Hi everyone, welcome back to Monday Medz Health Nuggets. I'm your host, Tanisha Lawrence, with Monday Medz Health and Wellness Ministry. Yes, it is the series Mind Your Mind, and we are continuing this journey. Today's feature will focus on some matters that may be so important to every one of us, every one of you listening out there. As we know, we have come upon some turbulent times in our world, and what is happening in the U.S., especially with immigration issues and other factors, does affect the mind of many individuals around the world. As many of you know, people migrate and immigrate from place to place every day. And so this feature today is to encourage and to help you how to mind your mind faced with immigration issues. How do you mind your mind? How do you take care of your mental health when you're faced with immigration issues? When you're faced with an issue that you have to move suddenly from where you reside for years. So here are some tips that you can use to help you know how to deal with, how to mind your mind dealing with immigration issues. Now, the first thing you must remember is that you should always keep calm. Always keep calm when you're dealing with stress or any stressful situation. Also, it is important to consider what are your options. If it is that you're in a country that your status is not legal, it is important for you to consult an immigration lawyer or a non-profit legal aid. Yes, also it is important for you to know where your documentations are. It is important for you to know where your documents are and how you can. It is important for you to gather your documents and have them in a safe place. And your documents, especially the documents of your entire family. And yes, children's documents are very important also. So your documents such as your passport, your birth certificate, your health information or health card is vital for you to have all these information in one place. It is important to know your rights and how you can access information to protect yourself. In some cases, you can get waivers, but it is vital for you to consult with your immigration attorney. It is also important for you to have an emergency kit. Yes, it is important. As we've talked about previously, we talked about emergency kit on the what to do when there's no doctor. It is important also to have an emergency kit. Yes, have a preparedness plan with copies of your important documents such as your birth certificate, marriage certificate, green card or work permit, along with your passport. And yes, it is important for you to have birth certificate and passport for every member of your family. It is also important to write down important contact information. So important contact information such as your relatives' contact information, their telephone number, also preferably their addresses. Write them down in a book so you can have them and have quick access to them. Do not depend so much on your cell phone for this information. Also, it is vital for you to document everything. Have detailed records of all your interactions with the court, especially as it relates to immigration filings and other legal matters. It's also important for you to coordinate with your lawyer and to know your rights, know how to protect your rights. As I said before, it is important for us to keep calm, especially in very stressful situations. And another thing to consider as we talk about emergency kit, it is important for you to have emergency consent. If you're traveling with children, it is important for you to get notarized consent from their parents if you are not their parents, or get court orders to help you to avoid any issues at the border or leaving the country. It is also important for you to seek counseling. Seek mental health counseling where possible that can help you to relate to the anxiety and stress of dealing with separation. And as we know, no family really want to be separated, especially in times of crisis. And so it is important for you to ensure that you try as best as possible to keep your family together. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the Mind Your Mind series and how you can mind your mind dealing with immigration issues if your family have to move unexpectedly. And we talk about having an emergency kit, having your documents all in one place, such as your birth certificate, your marriage certificate, your passport, your health records. It is vital to have all these documentations in one place. Your green card and whatever other your work permit or other legal documentation for you to be in that particular country. It is also vital for us to take some time and talk about the stressors. Talk about whatever is stressing you, whatever is causing you pain. And if it is that you are faced with deportation, it is important for you to keep silent. Always remember this. It is important for you to keep silent, especially in the case of a deportation situation. Keep silent and ask to speak with your attorney. It is vitally important for you to know your rights, that you have the right to an attorney and you have the right to withhold your speech. So yes, you have freedom of speech and you have the right to withhold your speech. So you don't have to speak if you don't desire to do so. As we face these unprecedented times in our world, what better time it is to take some time to look away. Take some time to look away from the things of this earth. And as the song says, turn your eyes upon Jesus. Look full in his wonderful face, and the things of this earth will grow strangely dim in the light of his glory and grace. As we wrap up Monday Medz Health Nuggets today, I'm reminded of the word of God that says, great peace have they who love thy law, and nothing shall offend them. The psalmist declares that great peace have they who love God's law, and nothing shall offend them. And this is Psalm 119, verse 165 in the King James Version. I pray you'll have a powerful day, everyone, and God be with you. See you soon.